and how are you feeling today? It is Monday, March 25th, 2024, and it is 7:59 a.m. How are you doing this morning? What's up with you today? Today is another beautiful morning. It's a new day, a day to choose, a day to do better. So guess what? It's 8 o'clock. I'm starting the show. How are you feeling today? The Morning Blessings. Hi, I'm Tessa-Marie, and welcome to the Morning Blessings. All you require is you. Powerful words, right? We forget. Good morning, Nadi. Thought of you this morning. You're the first one there, the only one here, so this is all for you. All you require is you. Dr. Martin Luther King said it best. Good morning, Peter. How are you feeling today? Today's blessing is all you require is you. If you're here and you're hearing that, and somebody has been telling you you need more than yourself to succeed, you only need you. Dr. Martin Luther King said it best. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said it best. Take the first step in faith. You do not have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. What are you doing about that? Hi, Lisa. Good morning. These are the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He said, take the first step in faith. You do not have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Because in the end, all you require is you. So if today somebody has said to you, good morning, Deborah and Lisa, how are you guys feeling today? That you need more than you for you to succeed at anything you desire to do, remember, you can stand on that faith because all you require is you. So, and then the thing is, what are you doing about that? Who are you waiting for? Nobody is going to come. Who do you think will show up for you? Good morning, Nancy. How are you feeling this morning? Because really, the only person that's going to show up for you is you. And if you're expecting others to show up because you need the help, you're wrong. You have to believe the steps you have to take begins with you. I will keep repeating that quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Take the first step in faith, in belief. I can do it. I've got it. I know I can do it. And maybe it is a simple thing. It doesn't have to be manifesting a new life. It doesn't have to be that you have to create another life. If you are happy where you are, believe it and feel the happiness. Further along, we'll talk about that. So you cannot say, well, I have nothing. I'm good where I am. Yes, then celebrate it. Believe it. I took an opportunity. I saw it. I took it in faith. So I understand. I can tell somebody else, somebody who doesn't believe, that take the first step in faith. That is what Martin Luther King said. He died doing that, but he took it. And the thing is that he said, you do not have to see the whole thing. We never have to see the whole thing. I talk a lot about that with you. He said, just believe it and take that first step. Many times I remind you, all you've got is this little piece. That's all you can see. But if you really want to go further, you have to hold on to that little piece. And as you draw it out, more comes. And then what about that? You started over here, and now you're here, but there is a twist. And what do you do with that twist? Do you let that twist frighten you, stop you, bulldoze you, push you into a corner? No. You might have to stay there for a while and pause and relax in the moment to figure out, how do I get over this little twist? It was a little bit and I tug on it. And now I'm facing that. Do you stop? And you say, I'm going to go back. You know what is back there. But you do not know what lies around the bend. And the only way to find out what is truly around the bend is to have the faith. I can go around this bend. I can push and get myself over there. And you notice, if you look at it, when you get to the bend and you uncurl the bend, you are moving up, right? It's going up. What do you do though when you get there? Do you stop and say, I'm afraid if I take one more step, I will go down? Maybe you will go down, but it will be a new thing, a new opportunity to see new things. You will come to that other end and you might all be twisted again. But that should not stop you, because you're taking those steps in faith, knowing that if you continue to take those steps, you will find your pot of gold. You will one day grab that ring. It doesn't mean, though, that it will just happen. And as I said, it's not always going to be a straight road. If you believe that, and any one of us dare to believe that, it's not going to be like that. But we have to believe we can go through that road. So all you require is you. Stop crowding your view with believing you need props to enable you to go ahead and manifest your dream goals and desires. You notice what I said? You need props. I'm talking to someone about what she said she was going to do a year ago. And it was always about the new things I can do. Good morning, Narita. How are you feeling today? I need more. I need the props. I need the right things. I need to do this better by getting this. If this person helps me, I asked for them help. They didn't do it. And that's what I mean. And I had to say, hey, you don't need all these props. All you need is you. And when you realize all you need is you and all you have is you, whether it is to face a medical situation, whether it is you have to go back to the doctor and you go by yourself, or you have one person with you, or you told everybody and everybody's opinion is crowding you. You cannot see it. I'm alive and well. Great. That's important. And that is something, crowding your view with believing you need props to enable you to go ahead and manifest your dream goals and desire, or to get an answer. I need more. I need all these people with me. I need to understand it. No. All you really need is you. Believing, like what Martin Luther King Jr. said. Take the first step in faith. You do not have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. That's all you have to do. That's all we all have to do. It's scary. I experienced that. When I have to do something new, of course, I go around it. I look at it from different angles. It's part of doubt and fear. Who am I to choose to do this? Who am I to understand this? I don't know anything about all of this, but here I am, and every step was purposely installed because I had no choice. I could not stand still where I was and let moss or dirt crowd me and stifle my breath and stifle my dream goals or desires, or crowd it with all the unbelievers, those that didn't believe I've got it. Those that decided and had words to use about me that were impeccable or not too good, not impeccable or exquisite. They had other things. But I had to hold on because faith told me to push forward. And that's all I had. All I had was me. You don't have to have crowds and props to make you do it. If you believe, once you set the thing in motion, something will give. Somebody will pop up, a situation will pop up, an idea, a thought. And that brings you back to all you have is you. Clear the brush of I can't do it until I have. That is like, you have to find the wheat. But we have to get rid of the sheaves, don't we? So you have to clear that brush that is there, that is keeping you. You can't go through the forest and you're walking blindly into the brush. You cannot do that. You need to clear the path as you go. Each step means you have to swipe at that grass with your sickle, whatever that is, and your cutlass, and chop it down as you go. And that is why I said, you are going on the journey and you come across this little twist. What do? Go back and say, I'm not going to push through this. Good morning, Christina. How are you feeling this morning? Long time no see. And take that twist and let that twist stop you. You have an idea. You put all you have into it. It didn't work out the first time. Does that mean you ditch the idea and you say, it didn't work out, I'm never doing this again? Never is not a nice word, because never always comes back to haunt you. My cousin who lived, she was raised by my parents because they were married for 7 years, no children. So they started just taking nieces and nephew and raising and people who needed guidance. And my cousin got married. And when she was leaving to go into her marital home with her husband, she said I heard her. I heard her, and I heard my mother's reply. She said, I'll never come back to live here again. And my mother said to her, never say never. And of course, it was not in a bad way. So my dad had to build them a new house on the lot where her husband had the existing house. Where did they come back to live? Up in one of the buildings they own above the studio, the shop, the grocery store. So that's where my cousin ended up having to live for the 9 months it took to build her magnificent house. But at the time, she said never. And my mom said, never say never. So do not ever say, I started on a, hi Yuko, good morning, how are you feeling today? I had a plan, I created this, and it didn't go according to my plan. So I'll never do it again. You cannot do that. An 18-year-old said to me yesterday that she gave up on life, and it got me so sad to hear that. She felt like that being so young. Yes. Because you know what though? She heard it. She heard that I'm giving up. She heard it. It stayed in her mind. What they say, it's stuck in her craw, as the word they use. And that is the thing that people forget. When you hear things, do not repeat them just because the person saying it is somebody you know. When the person said, you know, if I were you and I started on this project and I would never do it again. That is their opinion. That's their life. That's their choice. What is your word? That's why when people repeat greetings like much love, I say, well, what is that? Do you know why the person is saying that? Why don't you say, I love you. I appreciate you. Create your own word. You know, that's okay, Nadia, I got it. So what you have to remember is all you require is you to stop crowding your view. We believe in you need props to enable you to go ahead and manifest your dream goals or desire. I said to clear the brush. The brush that says I can't do it until I have. I can't be me because. I can't be confident because. I can't do it because. There's always a because. And yet, it's all you need is you. So you do not need the because to keep you back or to propel you forward. When are we going to learn that? When? Is it because we were stuck? Growing up, we heard it. You know, I will be happy when I have money. I will be happy when I own my own home. I will be happy when I get a husband. I'll be happy when I find a wife that can cook and clean and scrub my house. I'll be happy when I have this and when I have that. No. I will be happy when I have all the money I need. No. None of that is going to make you happy. Because if you do not have you, if you do not believe that all you need is you and you alone to take that first step and continue, no matter how difficult, how challenging it becomes to believe, you know what, I took step one. I'm going to breathe and pause in the moment before I take step two, but I am taking step two. Believe that. Because step two is in the same direction will lead to step three. When you turn on the engine of your car at night, the headlights come on. Do you see your daughter's house, your husband's office? Do you see any of that? No. You only see 100 yards ahead of you. And until you put that car into gear and move into that first 100 yards, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You have to lift your foot off the brakes, put it on the accelerator and accelerate. For you to move to what you see in front of you is still not there. You're not in it yet. And guess what? The moment you get in it, another 100 yards is looking at you. Come to me, it says. Come. And maybe you have to change gears if you're driving something with a stick shift. You might have to go from first to second and up again. You might have to decelerate. You might have to press on the brakes, but you keep going. So all you require is you. You do not require anything. You require you to chop the brush out of your way. You can't be saying, I can't because, I can't because I have to have this. I'm not doing this until I have all of this. I am not going to post my first video until I'm perfect. I am not going to do this until I'm perfect. And I'm there to tell you, if you're looking for perfection, it doesn't exist, not even in nature. Let me tell you, I know some of you haven't seen this, or maybe you have. And if you're a person that spends time in nature and be outside and observing when you go for a walk, you know something I always see, and I observe it. Have you ever, if you have a maple, I sit on the maple trees. So I'm walking at the lake and there is a full big maple tree and a branch is hanging. Have you ever seen this? It is magnificent to see. There is one leaf on the maple tree that is moving because the maple leaves are quite wide and it is spinning like that. None of the other leaves on that branch is moving. It just is so unique. I have no idea what does that. But what it tells me, what I took it to mean for me, is that while all the others are resting, this maple leaf is enjoying a breeze that is unseen or unfelt by the others. Because it actually spins like that, because you see the leaf is like that and it has a little stem. And from that stem, hello Angela, good morning, how are you feeling this morning? From that stem, that one singular maple leaf is swinging in the wind like that. And I am looking at it and smiling and wondering, what is it feeling? Because none of the other leaves are experiencing that thing. And that is why we are unique. That leaf was unique. It had something to do, its purpose. And you are doubting that energy is out in the world? All you have to do is look around you, because all you require for you to succeed is yourself. You do not need props. You do not need to crowd your field. You do not need to listen to all the noise and the voices that are telling you what you can do, what you look like, and why you shouldn't do that, and what you sound like. And when they come to you and they are not spinning on their own axle like that singular leaf on that maple tree, spinning while all the other leaves are resting, what does it say? Live like no one else now, so you can live like no one else later on. What it is do you want to live like later on? Take the step. Take the first step. Like what Martin Luther King Jr. said, take the first step in faith. Just in faith. He doesn't say you have the answer. You do not have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. He didn't say to just stand there and look at the staircase. Put your foot on one. Use your hands for you to pull yourself up, but pull yourself up you must, because nobody else is coming to do it. I always look at things, and I remember climbing the bridge in Sydney. All the instruction, they said, make sure there is one limb resting or holding. One limb. Because you need that limb to push yourself up to climb to the top of that bridge. And you look at a cruise ship, and it looks like the size of a salt shaker when you get there. But we had to do this. 18 inches of space for you to put 2 feet, nothing else. A subway below you. And everything is shaking. You look down and, you forget that you're tethered. You forget that you have faith. So you are tethered to your faith. Something is holding you there. But when we get scared, we forget we have faith. And for me, I had faith because I was tethered. So being tethered to the bridge and sliding along as I move myself is me believing as I go, and you believing as you go, you will be held up because you have faith. You will not fall. but you have to take the first step for faith to propel you further. So I can do it because of this. I can be confident because I can be me. That one really scares me. I can be me, Tessa-Marie, because people will say this. You know, they are going to say this. They're going to say anything. If they do not come to your funeral when you die, do you care? No. How much do you mean? You listen to me. They say, people come to the funeral if it's okay for them. It's sunny, they come. If it's raining, not so many comes. If it's snowing and it's raining on the day, not too many people show up at the actual burial. And yet you're concerned about what people think about you? We can't do that. You have no idea how I feel. People tell me that when I say you have to do it. Oh, Tessa-Marie, I have no idea. You have no idea how I feel. I agree. I don't. I never will. All you need is you. Do you like how you feel? It's you though. I have no idea how you feel. I have no idea what is hurting you. And I know that. I agree. If you do not like how you feel, do what Dr. King said. Take action. Take the first step. You do not like it. You said, I don't know how you feel. It's true. I cannot wear your shoes. I do not know where it pinches. I cannot step into your life. I know I can't. But all I can ask you to do, if you do not like how you feel, what are you going to do about it? Because it's not what your mother, your father, your neighbors are going to do about it. Like I said, they never all come to your funeral. So why do you care what they think? What do you care about? All you require is you. And if we know that, take the first step and believe that, that is just the first step. There are many steps to come. Now, shift from what you do not like towards what you do. So you're shifting. I know where I am is uncomfortable. I can't stand it, Tessa-Marie. It's just not working for me. The job is not working. The life is not working. The partner is not working. The house is not working. The neighbors are not nice. The roommate across the hall is not. It's not working, Tessa-Marie. And you have to say, I cannot give you the answer. I can say it's not working for you. Then shift. Shift. Change your paradigm. Switch. Do something. Add some salt, maybe pepper, scream, dance. When you do not know what to do and you're not happy with where you are, you know what you have to do? Sit it out or dance. So you either stay in there or you start dancing your way out of it. You have to choose, because all you require to be who you want to be is going to be you. Remember that. All you require is you. You also know that you have the ability to think anything you desire into being. You know that because all you have is you, and you have the ability to think anything you desire into being. That does not mean because you sat down today, it's going to show up tomorrow. That means you did a little bit of action towards it today and you need to continue it. And when you get to where you think, I've made it, that is not when you stop. You never stop. You keep going in the direction. If you want to look at successful people, do they quit? Do they stop? They might retire, but they still enjoy the challenges of life. They still enjoy peeping out the window and seeing something new. They still enjoy helping, tutoring, teaching, enabling, encouraging. You always have something that you can share. The thing is, you have to believe you have all you require for you to do this. You do not have to have the talents of others for you to share what you have. Your belief, something that somebody might need to hear. I had that experience. Or you know what? When I am challenged, this is what I do. Do you realize you're giving somebody a choice to think and believe? If she can do it, that means I have the opportunity to think and to bring myself out of where I am to where I desire to be. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that where you are is horrible. It could be pleasant. But the time has come for you to say, you know what? It's been a good ride. I love this. That would happen in a career move. I love my position. Bills are paid. But I want a little more. I want to end up. The last 5 years of your working life actually is your best 5 years to grow. Because that is when you get more money and your pension actually grows in those years. So that's the time you say, you know what, I love this. This is a great ride. But you know what? I want more. I have a taste for bigger. And I require only me. I can do it. I have to believe, because anything, as I said, you have the ability to think anything you desire into being in your life. You have to do it. You have done it before, or it was done before. There were other people who created before. Things did not get created, boom, bam, and done. Everybody grew on what was there, and they push further, and they enable it to get bigger. So you do not have to start from scratch. But you can emulate, you can visualize through their eyes, you can see the story unfold because they brought it to that point. And all you need to do is to pick up and move. And that sometimes is challenging. You know, everything in this world was created from one thought. You know that, everything. Somebody thought, they applied, they took a step, they fell down, they crashed, they burned. I am still around. Funny name. Cool. And they burned, they crashed, they burned. It hurt, but that they took the thought. Then one step was taken and it manifested from the invisible into the visible. Because you see, when we take one step and the invisible becomes the visible, we forgot or we forget. And what we forget is all the twists and turns we had to take on the journey. That's what we forget. You have heard it said that women do not remember the pain of childbirth. They really can't describe it. Some people can, but some people just can't. Some people just didn't have it. It just happened. But we never remember those twists and turns when the invisible becomes visible. That is when, though, we should hold on and realize we went through that already. And that is why we're standing here today. That is why that one maple leaf keeps swinging in the breeze on a branch of maybe 500 leaves, 50 leaves. And yet there's only one doing all the work. Why? Because it has decided, if I need to succeed, I have to leave and take action like nobody else right now, so I can have the life that I desire like nobody else later on. That is the only way to do it, is to believe all you require to be successful is you. If you believe that you are waiting for somebody to grab you by the wrist and pull you up, then you will never climb the bridge. You will never climb the bridge in Sydney. You will never stand on top of the CN Tower in Toronto. I did it at 70 and swung around and had my toes overlooking the city of Toronto, tethered. But I had to do it. If I didn't climb to that point, I wouldn't get the chance to do the rest. It wasn't an easy climb. There were sweaty palms and sweaty feet in shoes. But the point is, it had to be done. And again, Dr. Martin Luther King told it to us, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. You don't have to see the landing. The landing will come. You do not have to see the summit. It will arrive. You do not have to see yourself on the top of the bridge or there. Just go and take that first step. Take it in faith. You might not see the whole staircase. Just take that first step. Do something, because where you are depends entirely on you. And where you are going, from where you are right now, depends entirely by you. If somebody tells you, you need me, you have to have me for you to be successful. You're nothing without me. What you do, don't get angry, just smile. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And if you want to say something, ask them in a very quiet and really purposeful voice. Hello, Joe. How are you doing today? Angelina faces good morning. Are you okay? That is the question you ask people when they push you or when they make you feel that you're less than and want to put you down and tell you, oh, you need me for you to succeed. Turn around and say to them, are you okay? Because all I require to do anything good is me. And hi, Joe. And make sure you remember that. All I require is me. And take that with you. So everybody, how did you feel today? So when you get to the twists and turns of life, or when you come to the end and it's nice and smooth, and you want to smile, look at what the journey was like. Because sometimes you look at the journey and say, holy shit, did I do that? Have you ever come to the point and say, did I really go through this? Yes, you did. And that is why today you're living the life that no one else can live, because during that journey, you lived like no one else then. So now you can live like no one else. And that's really the joy of living. So guys, thank you so much. Let me see who's here with me this morning. Who hung on. Hi, Nancy, Angelina, Yuko, Lisa, and Angel Face, hello, and Joe, and Dynamic Deborah. Thank you so much, wonderful, amazing human beings, for dropping by to say and see us. So, what are you going to do with your life today? Are you going to do something just because you choose to do something? Remember, we cannot please them all. You have to believe all you require is you. Dr. Martin Luther King reminded us of that. Take the first step in faith. You do not have to see the entire staircase. Just take the first step. Be you, do you. And you do not need anybody to make you confident or to be this or to like you. You are unique. And if you were supposed to need more than you, you would have come into the world attached to several people. All you need and all you require to be you is you. Have a great day. Talk to you guys later. Bye.